Hi folks, Dave with DBSTechTalk, and today we're going to do the first impressions of the Echobox Finder X1s and the Nomad N1. Both come in very similar boxes. In fact, they might be exactly the same size. And very nice presentations. You can get the Finder X1s for about $25 either through Mass Drop or Amazon. If the Mass Drop is available, if not, Amazon, or you can get it through the Echobox website, which is a whole lot more expensive. Then you can also get the Nomad N1s through Drop, if the Drop is active, or through Amazon or the website. I'll put links to all three. But they come in very easy to look at boxes, very much loaded with information. The Finder X1s are a titanium housing with a dynamic transducer. They have a frequency range of 15 Hertz to 32 kilohertz. They have a sensitivity of 96 dB and 22 ohms of impedance. They come with a 1.2 meter attached cable, and they terminate into the 3.5 millimeter. The Nomad N1s are also a titanium housing. They have a 9.2 millimeter polyether ether ketone dynamic driver, or PEEK. They have a silver plated copper cable and terminates into 3.5 millimeter. They have a frequency response of 5 Hertz to 60 kilohertz, sensitivity of 96 dB, and impedance of 22 ohms. They also have a in-ear microphone, and this is the iOS. I'm sorry, not the iOS. I don't have an iOS device. This is the Android edition. You can get it in iOS. Start with the Finder X1s. You just slide the thing off. You get a little nice black box, very plain. Says Echobox on the front. Just slides off. Now, I have opened these before and been using them, so this is not a true unboxing. You get the nice box that has, again, the very dark black Echobox up top, which is hard to see on camera. And then you have your earpieces, your filters, and then all of your silicone tips. If you take that little thing out, down underneath you have some paperwork and a silicone packet, and that's it. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I lied. You also get a little carrying case, which is egg-shaped and has two little pockets on the inside. I do apologize. Cat has decided to use his office. Since I'm in the office, he's got to be in the office. So the earpieces themselves just come out very easily. They do have somewhat of a spongy cable that does like to twist. It doesn't necessarily tangle, but it does twist a lot. I have tried and tried and tried to straighten it, and when you fold it up and store it, it just retains that coil, so just beware of that. It has a nice 3.5 gold tip, and not bad. Very light, and build quality is solid. Does have connected cables up here. It doesn't have a whole lot of strain relief, so do be careful there. And they insert extremely easily in the ears, and they go very deep. I find that they isolate better with foam tips, and also that the foam tips seal better, give you better sounding bass and better controlled treble than any of the silicones. Whether you use triples, double flanges, or singles, I just found that the overall presentation was better with the foams. They are a V-shape. They have good strong bass and treble that is accentuated and kind of prominent. It's not piercing, but it is a brighter sound. And then the mids are slightly recessed. They do have a nice fullness to them, but they're not the focal point of the sound. Excuse me. And so the bass and treble are the prominent parts. Good sound, a little on the bright side with thumpy bass. The Nomad N1s have a similar presentation, same black box, and then when you take it off, you're greeted with a bunch of paperwork, and you also are invited to partake in Snugs. Snugs is a custom ear tip, and so you can send in your ear measurements and have them made. You also get some regular paperwork, a warranty card, which you need to fill out on the inside so you'll know what all your information is. I haven't filled mine out yet. And then you have love it or share it, and it gives you some links of where you can go and post pictures. And then you have your earpieces, and down inside underneath the flap is your carrying case. Inside the carrying case, you get a nice presentation you get a little carrying rubber that has all your silicones and then your filters. A lot easier to get the filters out than it is on the X1s. And then also they send you some extra tips. They send you some Comply and some smaller size silicones. Overall, the carrying case is very small and minimal. It's the exact same carrying case as you get with the X1. Your earpieces come out in a little piece of foam, and you have your cable underneath. The cable again suffers from that retention of position that it's coiled up in. Does straighten a little bit easier and is a nicer build, a little bit thicker, feels a little more durable, and has more strain relief and your metal housing. The split is nice, says Echobox on it, and also has a really nice slider. Your right side cable houses your inline microphone. So it's the 3-button standard. And then you have your ear hooks. The preforms are a little bit on the stiff side, but they're still pliable enough that they don't hurt the ears or cut off any circulation. The earpieces themselves are extremely small. And I found that I'm not a big fan of Comply tips, and I found that they muffled the sound too much and were a little too isolating. So Farsal the Wizard in a previous video gifted me with some newbie foam tips, and that's what I have on here. And I find that they're actually more comfortable and open the sound up. They don't sound as muffled as the Complies do that are included. The in-ear itself says Echobox. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Probably not. There's very faint writing right across here. And then you have your mount for your ear, and then the small nozzle and port and bore. They do say L and R on them. This one is the left one, so right here is where the lettering is for that. And the cables are actually rounded a little bit, so when you put them on, it just kind of seamlessly matches, which is a nice touch. And these go in your ears and are a lot more comfortable than the X1s. I found that the X1, when they were in your ear, they kind of pushed where the hole is because the insert is so deep. These don't do that as much, and they actually isolate better. And I find that they just sit very smoothly. The sound of the Nomad N1 is balanced and even. Doesn't have a V shape on them like the X1s do. It's very balanced across the board. Has a nice bass impact, and you get a really nice solid sub bass and mid bass and upper bass with good clarity and details. The mids are slightly warmer and have a nice full bodiness to them, have really natural timbre, and then the treble is under control but extends really well, and you get really nice air and very nice details and clarity. And it's not shouty, but it is a brighter treble than it's sharp like the X1s, or bright like the X1s, excuse me, not sharp, but it doesn't push the details and force them on you as much as the X1 does. Soundstage is about average for a in-ear. It has that closed-in sound, but it doesn't sound super intimate or forced. It does have a little bit of width and depth to it. And overall, I really do enjoy the Nomad N1s. So that's been the first impressions and unboxing of the Echobox Finder X1s and Nomad N1s. Full reviews of both will be coming out in the future. Thank you for watching. This has been Dave with DBSTechTalk, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of the next video, if you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to hit the subscribe button wherever it's floating around on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when newer videos are uploaded to the channel. If you like the content of this channel or would like to see more content of this channel, feel free to check out the links down below where there's emails, so you can send me stuff to review, or you can gift the channel. This has been Dave with DBSTechTalk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.